Great, thank you. Good evening, and thank you to the Findlay Publishing Company and our sponsors and the University of Findlay for hosting tonight's candidate forum. I'm John Cross, and I'd like to go to work for you to become your next state representative in the 83rd District. As a proud, lifelong Republican, I'm running to make Hancock, Hardin, and Logan counties safer, stronger, and open for business. I'm a proud husband and father, and my wife Christine and I are raising our two young boys to love God and celebrate life at its fullest potential. We are members of St. Michael's Parish here in Findlay. I'm a passionate business leader, serving as the president and CEO and economic development director of the Hardin County Chamber and Business Alliance, and I'm a principled conservative who believes in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I'm proud to be born and raised right here in the district, and I'm proud to raise my family here. And I'm proud that my campaign is organized, run, and supported by the great people in the 83rd District, and not run by special interests in Columbus. Like many voters, I'm tired of the negative political antics, corrupt politicians, and state house establishment not advancing our needs and opportunities for Northwest Ohio. I want to restore values of honesty, integrity, and selflessness back into public service. We need it now more than ever. I want to make sure our children and our grandchildren have better opportunities to learn, work, live, and love it here like I have. And I want to provide a strong pro-business voice at the State House to champion our farmers and small business owners, to our large employers, to keep Hancock County open for business. I will always protect your rights and freedoms. I am 100% pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, pro-business, pro-law enforcement, pro-family, and pro-Trump. And the only Republican candidate in this race to be endorsed by the Ohio Right to Life, the Right to Life Action Coalition of Ohio, the Buckeye Firearms Association, Ohioans for Concealed Carry, your Hancock County Sheriff Mike Heldman, along with our Hardin and Logan County Sheriffs, and many more civic, business, and education leaders in the 83rd District, which you can view on my website at votejohncross.com. I'm honored to receive these endorsements based upon my conservative beliefs and issues I stand for and will fight for. I believe voters are ready for fresh, new leadership and a strong conservative voice in the State House who will fight for and champion the people and the communities of the 83rd District. I'm looking forward to tonight's candidate forum and to answer questions about important issues that voters care about. Thank you very much.
Ms. Buckland.
Thank you to the hosts of this evening's event. Special thanks to the voters of the 83rd District who expect an honest and thought-provoking debate. Voters deserve a state representative with the character, integrity, and proven ability to honorably and effectively represent them in the State House. I am that candidate, a registered nurse, a farm girl at heart, a successful businesswoman, a two-term Republican State Central Committee woman, and a lifelong Ohio Republican. My family taught me the value of hard work. My parents taught me the importance of an untarnished reputation. My husband taught me to pray for the souls of bullies. I have over 40 years of measurable accomplishments: healthcare, education, business, and philanthropic accomplishments to benefit my patients, students, employees, and community. My husband and I built and expanded a successful business in Fostoria, Independence House, a senior care campus where we cared for and respected the seniors of our community, while my opponent chased marketing contracts with California politicians. I am a principled risk taker, not a risk. I am a lifelong Buckeye whose campaign was funded by Ohio Republicans. While my opponent accepted money from out-of-state donors who want to impact Ohio's legislation for their own benefit, I am a fiscal conservative. Ohio taxpayers want a representative like me who will work to eliminate waste, lower taxes, and create opportunities. I do not believe that donors expect an individual to pay for drone flyovers, a tour bus, or a yellow Hummer. I don't believe those are the ideals of the 83rd District. I'm the only candidate endorsed by current State Representative Robert Sprague, who knows that I have the experience and drive to continue the important work he started in Columbus. My opponent's own Hardin County Republican Committee did not endorse him, even when he pushed for an up or down vote. As a nurse, I can effectively tackle the opiate healthcare crisis that is devastating our state. I helped create a successful multidisciplinary approach in helping opiate-addicted mothers deliver healthy babies while seeking treatment for their own opiate addiction. I'm the only candidate bringing real-life insight to address a Medicaid budget that consumes nearly 50% of our tax dollars. I stand for less regulation, taxes, and more opportunities for business builders in Ohio. I have the experience, maturity, and leadership that voters expect. I bring the honesty that voters seek. I'm proud of my legacy. I'm a promise keeper, not a promise maker. I am humbled to be given this opportunity to serve. I don't think voters of the 83rd District are used to a campaign like this. State representative races tend to be low-key and, for the most part, civil. Candidates don't have control over outside groups who have a vested interest in having the right candidates in Columbus, Ohio. With that said, I've tried to stay above board on my Facebook posts and other communications that my personal campaign has sent. I think most people in the United States of America would prefer we didn't have money spent on ads. Frankly, I was surprised as anyone to see the accusations that were apparently founded on truth.
Thank you very much. Well, certainly the attacks are directed at me. We've got dark money and political insiders and special interests from Washington, D.C. to Columbus, Ohio, that are supporting my opponent and her allies, and they're attacking me. And they're attacking me because we have a winning campaign and a winning message. People in this race want to elect a strong, conservative Republican that will stand for life, that will stand for the Second Amendment, and that will help our business community and our schools and our education, and people are afraid to send this kind of leadership to Columbus, Ohio. So for the last 10 days, I have been under attack by my opponent's allies and special interest money and campaign folks that are helping her out in Columbus and Washington, D.C. And for the last 10 days, I've asked my opponent to denounce this kind of trash politics. It's not working. I've been knocking doors the last week, and voters are tired of this. They're tired of the negative antics. They're tired of the trash politics. And I want to go to Columbus, and it's time to take the trash out. It's time to have honesty and integrity and provide good values and make sure that we have the best conservative Republican that will always be there for us on life, that will always be there for you on the Second Amendment, and that will fight hard and champion the people in the 83rd District. These are untruthful, misleading lies and junk and trash politics. It doesn't deserve to be in this race in the 83rd District. We have enough of the swamp in Washington, D.C. We don't need the swamp coming right here in the 83rd District. Yeah, certainly this is not what people want in campaigns. People, what they want are candidates who are directing their campaigns. And once again, as I said in my opening statement, I'm proud that my campaign is being directed and run by the people of the 83rd District. I'm proud to have former Hancock County Commissioner Ed Ingold serving as a co-chair. I'm proud to have the former Trump campaign chair in Hancock County, Cheryl Blakely, helping us right here in Hancock County try to deliver a positive message, help to really focus on making our community safer, making our community stronger, making sure that we have the right policies to keep it open for business. We don't need these deceitful attacks. I remember when I was a young kid, I had my 6-shooter and my cowboy hat, and I was trying to go after the guy behind the mask. Well, the villain is here, and they're hiding behind their mask. They're afraid to come out of the dark shadows to tell you who they are. We're going to find out who they are on April 26th when they have to disclose their money, and you're going to find out who all these people are who are trying to take me down and attack me. It hasn't bothered me. I'm still 6'4". I'm still Catholic. I'm still conservative, and I'm still standing strong. When you go to the legislature, this is nothing compared to what you're going to have to deal with when you go to Columbus. And you're going to need someone who will fight for you and champion for you. This doesn't bother me. These negative politics don't bother me because I know the truth. My family knows the truth. And the people that support me in the 83rd District know the truth.
Well, I'm not sure if my opponent answered the question. Outside groups obviously want to support a candidate, and in my case, who obviously is a conservative Republican. I don't think, John, you answered the question about the swamp creature, because that card did not come from, I believe, any group that's supporting me. And I also don't think it speaks well of false accusations about sign stealing from an 82-year-old man. So the PACs themselves will do what they do. I may not like it and I may not support it, but I don't think as a local politician there's much I can do about it, other than say I don't like it, and if I had my choice, I would prefer that they not. But they have reasons for doing so, and they continue to put money behind those ads, and we probably will see more of them.
Mr. Cross, we'll give you rebuttal on that.
Sure, well, here are the facts. The facts are my opponent is being supported by Cliff Rosenberger, the current Ohio House Speaker, who has now resigned under FBI investigation. The facts are my opponent wrote a $10,000 check to the Ohio House Republican Caucus, and her campaign is being run by a corrupt leadership in Columbus, Ohio. The facts are my campaign is being run by people in the 83rd District, and once again, voters heard it right in front of that camera, and the folks in this room, my opponent will still not denounce these tactics. She won't denounce the campaign. You certainly, as a candidate, have the right to go out there publicly and say that this kind of trash politics needs to stop. And it needs to stop because all you're doing is putting out false, misleading information. And once again, tonight, she won't do that. So I think what I'm going to do tonight is continue to focus on my positive message, focus on our campaign, talk about the issues of where I stand, as I'm the only pro-life candidate in this race. My opponent is not. I'm the only pro-Second Amendment, strong pro-Second Amendment in this race. My candidate is not. My opponent is not. And I think endorsements matter. You know, endorsements being endorsed by the Right to Life and the Right to Life Action Coalition, being endorsed by Buckeye Firearms and the Ohioans for Concealed Carry. I turned in those surveys. I turned in that information and to earn those endorsements, and my opponent did not. So I think this race, she's just trying to hide behind the issues through all these dark money and super PACs.
First of all, let me say, I'm very supportive of townships, then counties, then state. People who live in the area manage their money best. And I recently had a couple of township trustees ask me that very same question about monies that aren't brought back to the district. People talk about block grants, they talk about monies that are funded in large sums. Let local people decide how they want their money spent. Our rainy day fund was pretty empty before Kasich came into office, and it's important that we have sufficient dollars in the rainy day fund in Columbus, Ohio. But we shouldn't saddle or burden local government with monies that the state of Ohio is withholding or keeping. So I am an advocate for any monies that are in Ohio's budget that should come back to the local level, that they are done so we can decide how we spend that money, not Columbus.
You know, I'm disappointed in Governor Kasich that he reaches in the cookie jar and takes away dollars to balance the budget to make himself look good, and then try to go run for president of the United States and leave us high and dry in Hardin, Hancock, and Logan counties. As I've traveled this entire district, I've met with every township and every village, and they say, John, our budgets are off 30, 40, 50% because the greedy politicians in Columbus, Ohio go to Columbus and they worry about what they can spend their dollars on. They forget about us. That's going to change when I get in office. We're going to go down to Columbus and we're going to not make sure that we have another municipal income tax collection where the state of Ohio is going to collect all the municipal income taxes and charge our villages and our cities 1%. 1% today doesn't mean it's not going to be 2% tomorrow and 5% 5 years down the road, and all of a sudden we have another state income tax. That has to stop. If we want to improve our infrastructure, if we want to improve future development, more housing, more economic development opportunities, we need to get the dollars back into the council members' hands that are here tonight and to the mayor's hands to let them make the capital improvements that they need to make for their communities. We're going through expensive downtown redevelopments, aging infrastructure. We have 100-year-old pipes and water lines and sewer lines that need to be fixed. Yet Columbus, Ohio is worried about how they can fund all their entitlement programs and all their social programs. We need to get the dollars back right here to Hancock County so you all can make those investments in your community.